My father was in bed with his mistress while my mother was fighting severe tuberculosis. She was vomiting blood, crying for help. I ran to my father, only to see him kissing that gold digger.
Father, please help Mother!
I cried, but he didn't care. I came back only to find my mother's lifeless body.
No!
While my mother was being buried in a coffin, my cruel father was getting married to his mistress.
This is your family now.
My father brought his new wife and her daughter into our home. From the very beginning, my stepmother and stepsister hated me. They tortured and starved me. One day, my stepsister released her royal hounds on me just for fun.
Just die!
I asked for help from my stepmother, but she was even crueler than her daughter. She burned my face, scarring me forever. My own father forced me to wear a mask to hide my scars, while my stepmother and stepsister spread rumors that I was cursed. Years passed, and on my 20th birthday, my father engaged me to a womanizer, William Lancaster. I saw William as a hope for freedom and finally a happy family. But my dreams shattered when I saw my fiancé in bed with my stepsister.
I can't keep my hands off you, even for a moment.
Aren't you worried that my sister might find out?
I don't care. After I take her mother's inheritance away from her, that witch will rot somewhere in a dark alley.
William's words slashed Alessandra's heart.
I have always wondered, Kate. How did Alessandra end up with a mask on her face trapped at your estate? She is Desmond Barrett's daughter, just like you.
It's a long story, William. I must leave soon. I need to get ready for the ball. Tonight, I will claim the Duke as my husband.
What can that bloody Duke give you that I can't, Kate?
Oh, William. It's all a means to an end. I will still be yours to do as you please after I am wedded to the Duke. I have to get ready now.
Alessandra left with a tinge of revenge taking over her betrayed feelings. They both thought she was just a masked freak, but she was gonna prove them wrong. That's when she saw him. It's Duke Edgar, the man Kate wants to marry. But if I convince him to sleep with me, that will teach Kate and William a lesson. Alessandra gulped down her drink for some liquid courage and took a step towards the Duke. The Duke had noticed Alessandra, and their eyes clashed.
That dress is a little too thin to protect you, isn't it, Alessandra?
The Duke knows my name?
She stared at him in awe.
Who else would be wearing a mask in the Baron's home except for his infamous daughter?
Are you scared of me?
No, there are scarier things in life, darling. Why should I be scared of you all because of a mask?
They say you are to be married. Is that why you are here? For my sister?
I would rather die, no offense.
None taken.
Alessandra smiled. She was starting to like this man.
None of the young women in there shall be my wife. They are all like matching dolls in a set.
I am unlike any of them. You could have considered me if I weren't already engaged to William Lancaster.
William Lancaster? You better be careful. He's not the man he pretends to be.
I know, I just found that out. What choice do I have, Duke Edgar? I can't escape my fate unless...
Unless what?
Unless you were to marry me instead.
What? It's only been 10 minutes and you already think I'm in love with you.
I am not looking for love, Duke Edgar. I am looking for a way out. But so are you.
You think you know me?
I know the king wants you to marry soon. For a man with no interest in romance, I might be your best option. I'll live like a shadow in your castle, silent, unseen, tending to your needs, and I promise I'll never love you.
No strings attached. How can I trust you?
What about a contract?
Alessandra proposed. She was desperate to convince him. It would be the perfect way to get revenge on her evil sister and escape William Lancaster.
A contract marriage? Did your father set this up?
My father has no idea that I am out here speaking to you, Duke Edgar. He won't be pleased to see you here with me. I am not interested in marrying anyone. I only wish to leave this place and never look back.
Well, Alessandra, I am spoken of as the most eligible bachelor in town. Why should I marry you?
I do not care for your looks, Duke Edgar, nor your money, or anything else others might want. Frankly, I only see you as an escape. This will be your way out of your problem with the king.
Is that so? It isn't hard for me to find an actress to play the role of my wife.
If it were so easy, you would have done so already. The king is toying with you. Present me to him as your bride and the tables would turn.
I can't wait to see the king's reaction when he has to bless you by kissing your forehead. He believes in your curse. It'll be priceless to watch him squirm like that.
So, should I consider it a deal?
Meet me at my estate tomorrow. We will further discuss this there. And then I will give you my answer.
Alessandra's eyes widened in surprise. She hadn't expected him to take her seriously. I don't leave my father's estate. I am trapped here.
I want to see how determined you are. I'm sorry to end our conversation here, but I have stayed at your home longer than I wanted to, Alessandra. Hopefully, we shall see each other soon.
Alessandra felt a mix of hope and fear. She had to find a way to meet him tomorrow, but she knew it wouldn't be easy. That's when she noticed Kate walking in their direction.
I will see you tomorrow, Duke Edgar. But please, keep this conversation between us.
Edgar nodded courteously, and she rushed away as Kate arrived. Kate had already seen her speaking to Edgar, and was wondering what it was about. Alessandra leaned against a tree, far from the party, her mind racing.
Good thing she saw me.
She knew Kate would be furious if she found out about her conversation with Edgar. Alessandra hoped Kate hadn't overheard anything about the contract. The next morning, Alessandra was full of anticipation as she got ready to meet the Duke. Suddenly, her eyes fell on the many gifts William Lancaster had given her for their engagement, still wrapped just as they were the day he gave them. She had never felt the urge to open them until now. A sudden wave of curiosity hit her, and she quickly opened one. Inside was a blindfold.
Why would anyone gift his fiancée a blindfold?
With growing unease, she ripped open the remaining packages, only to find items she never could have imagined. Not even in her darkest dreams. Blindfolds, heavy anklets, whips, and even a chastity belt.
Perhaps all the stories about him are true.
He was hinting at his perversions, gifting her these disturbing items, all while wearing that gentle smile.
He's planning to hurt me, tie me up, and inflict pain as he takes pleasure in it. I must get this contract done soon. The Duke is my only way out of this impending misery.
Once they signed the contract, Alessandra would become one of the most powerful people in the kingdom. She couldn't wait for her life to change. But that is only if she figures out how to sneak out of the mansion. Otherwise, all of this is just fantasy. Just then, someone knocked on the door, and Alessandra found that odd. The maid would always just keep her breakfast outside the door and leave. That should have been an indicator that something was wrong.
My lady, breakfast is here.
Alessandra was already dressed to sneak out of the estate, her mask the only remaining part of her attire. Alessandra realized something was wrong. Normally, the person delivering her food would knock and leave quickly out of fear. This person was practically begging her to come to the door.
I'm coming!
With the mask tied, Alessandra approached her door and unlocked it.
Your breakfast.
Alessandra looked down at the breakfast placed on the floor. Thank you, bending down to pick it up. But as her hands neared the floor, a shoe appeared from the left, pinning down her left hand.
Good morning, sister.
Alessandra winced from the pain.
Get your foot off my hand, Kate!
Kate pressed her shoe harder on her hand. Run along, she ordered the maid, who quickly left.
Did you have fun last night, Alessandra?
The pain trickled up Alessandra's hand into her arm. Kate continued, furious.
Tell me, what did you discuss with the Duke last night?
Nothing, Kate. He just wanted to know if he could smoke in the garden.
You are lying. You spent a long time with him to answer one query.
Kate put her whole weight on her shoe.
The Duke told me last night that he's calling off our engagement. After you spoke with him, tell me, what did you tell him?
Kate, please!
Alessandra cried out.
Nothing more. I swear. Kate, he wants to marry you.
Kate eased the pressure on Alessandra's hand, but it was still under her shoe.
Of course, he would want to marry me. Nobody can resist my charms.
With a sly smile on her face, she muttered under her breath.
Not even your fiancé.
Alessandra looked up with anger in her eyes. She wanted to tell Kate that she had caught her and her fiancé in a wild, dirty makeout session last night. But she knew that would only make Kate furious, and Alessandra only wanted to leave and meet the Duke at his mansion. While Alessandra struggled to free herself and flee, at the Collins estate, Duke Edgar sat patiently by the window, staring out towards the gate, waiting for the arrival of a carriage. Alfred, his butler, entered.
Young master, I have brought your breakfast.
Edgar turned.
Are you expecting guests? Should I prepare breakfast for them or have drinks prepared?
I'm honestly not sure. I hope a woman won't turn down my invitation.
A woman visiting? In broad daylight?
What are you trying to say, Alfred? That I am some kind of...
Yes.
Edgar couldn't believe Alfred had answered honestly.
I am not. Please refrain from saying such a thing if the guest is to arrive. She might become the lady of this house.
What?
Edgar stared at him, unamused.
Why are you acting like it's such a surprise I would get a wife?
Your exact words when the king suggested you marry were, I am never getting married. I would rather jump from the roof and die. Maybe I misinterpreted those words. I apologize.
Alfred, I am not interested in marriage, but the woman I met last night was intriguing. A perfect way to the king and ward off some people from around me.
I do not understand.
It will be self-explanatory. If she arrives today, if a Barrett comes to visit me, let them in, not the father.
Barrett? Please tell me it's not Kate.
No, the Baron has another daughter. Alessandra Barrett is the older one.
Oh, thank goodness.
You are aware of the rumors concerning Alessandra, right?
Anyone is better than Kate in my book. If Kate were to become your wife, I would jump out of the window and die. I have never seen her venture out of the Barrett estate without her sister, Kate. I am not so sure she will arrive.
That's entirely her lookout, Alfred. Let's wait and see.
But over the Baron's mansion, Alessandra was struggling to get her hand from under Kate's foot. It was as if Kate had adopted William's twisted enjoyment of inflicting pain, and all in a single night.
Kate, you are hurting me. Take off your foot.
Alessandra couldn't keep the pain out of her voice. That's when she was saved by someone she never expected to come to her rescue. Her father, Desmond Barrett.
Kate! Stop it right this instant!
But father, she...
Kate trailed off, realizing there was no use in denying what he saw.
spoke to the Duke last night.
Desmond was taken by surprise. He looked down at Alessandra, who was still on the floor. He ordered Kate.
I will take care of it. Leave.
Kate stomped her feet and left, leaving Alessandra trembling in pain but relieved.
Alessandra, sweetheart.
Desmond said, inching closer.
Can you tell me what happened between you and the Duke last night? You know you are not allowed to interact with bachelors as you're now promised to William Lancaster.
Alessandra fumbled as she replied. I was on my way to the kitchen when he stopped me.
What did you talk about?
Alessandra kept her head down. He only wanted to make sure he could smoke in the garden. And talked about Kate.
Really?
Desmond's eyes lit up.
That man is so strange. He probably wants to observe her a little longer. This is good.
Edgar was someone Desmond needed to help him crawl out of his debt. Kate's finding a rich husband was their only hope.
Still, you shouldn't have interacted with him. What if you cursed him in the process?
Desmond scolded.
I'm sorry, Father.
Fine, fine. There's absolutely no point in scolding you. I'm sorry about what Kate did, but she's just looking out for us. Edgar is someone who can easily ruin us.
Then she remembered that she needed to meet Duke Edgar. Taking advantage of Desmond's good mood.
I am bored in here, Father. I am trapped here all the time.
What is it that you would like to pass the time? Name anything, and I shall fetch it right away.
Desmond offered. He was feeling generous.
Since you asked. Can I take the carriage and ride around the town?
Desmond placed his hand on his hip.
Of course you can. Just take your sister along with you.
Alessandra knew taking Kate along was the surest way to fail Duke Edgar's test. She coyly put her hand in front of her father. Her knuckles were bruised red and blue.
After what she did to me just now, Father, you expect me to ride with her. I want some peace of mind, not a reminder of what I have to go through every day.
She knew she was pushing it, but fate was on her side.
Okay, Alessandra.
Desmond agreed.
Promise me you won't leave the carriage.
I promise.
Alessandra said, grinning beneath her mask. She had found a way to reach Edgar. Alessandra excitedly ran to the kitchen to meet her dear friend Mario, the only one in the entire castle who didn't treat her with cruelty.
Mario, you must take me out in the carriage right now. I need to be somewhere. Now!
No way, Alessandra. The whole station is understaffed, and I can't even take a 5-minute break.
Alessandra looked back, clearly disappointed.
I had so much to tell you. Make sure you meet me when I get back.
Alessandra said with excitement before rushing off. Unbeknownst to Alessandra, the entire conversation had been overheard by Katrina, who now stepped forward.
Seems you two are close,
she said as she circled Mario.
We grew up together in the maids' quarters.
Well, I need a favor, and who better than you?
Katrina said, pulling out a pouch and tossing a bunch of gold coins at him. Mario hesitated, then picked them up.
Let me know when you can bring Alessandra to the woods. And keep it a secret. You'll be rewarded even more.
Sure, I will, Baroness. She trusts me.
Katrina walked away with a cruel smile.
Marrying her off isn't good enough. I'd rather see her buried in the dirt.
Alessandra entered the Duke's mansion and gazed around the entrance, awestruck by its grandeur.
This place is massive,
she remarked.
Good morning,
she said as armored guards walked past her.
Good morning,
they replied in unison. Alessandra was surprised they didn't flinch at her mask. At least the guards here are not afraid of stupid rumors, she thought. Moments later, the large doors of Edgar's home opened, revealing Alfred.
Welcome, Alessandra Bare. The Duke is expecting you.
Alfred greeted her.
Good morning. It's nice to meet you,
Alessandra said, holding out her hand. Alfred shook her hand happily.
Come, I shall lead the way.
Alessandra felt unable to breathe as she entered the Duke's home for the first time. The interior was stunning, filled with paintings and elegant decor. She cleared her throat and followed Alfred.
I'm sorry, I did not get your name, Alessandra said.
Alfred,
he replied.
Nice to meet you, Alfred, Alessandra smiled.
He is in here,
Alfred said, knocking on the door and opening it for Alessandra.
Thank you,
Alessandra said before entering the room. The door closed behind her and she felt her heart skip a beat.
I wasn't expecting you to show up, but if you did, breakfast time was not my guess.
Edgar said, sitting at his desk, watching her every move.
Was I meant to come in the night as a thief would?
Alessandra responded without thinking. She lifted her chin.
Would you have preferred I arrive in the dead of night?
Edgar gestured to the chair across from his desk.
Take a seat. I'm curious. How did you manage to leave your father's home? Did you trick him, or did he let you out willingly?
Alessandra sat down, carefully considering her words.
I am not working with my father. He would never allow me to visit this place. He'd call me crazy for thinking you would ever invite me into your home.
Does your father hate you?
Edgar asked. Alessandra hesitated before answering.
I don't think he hates me. He's ashamed of me. Who would want a daughter with a reputation like mine in a world like this?
It's a parent's job to love their child no matter what. It's a shame you were born a baron's daughter. You would have been loved elsewhere,
Edgar remarked.
If I were the daughter of farmers, they would have cast me aside to sell their crops.
Why would a farmer's daughter end up wearing a mask? Whatever you're hiding, it's because you're a baron's daughter, right? High society is quite competitive.
Edgar interrupted.
Yes,
Alessandra admitted.
Someone must have been really jealous of you, Alessandra. Fine. Let's say I believe this is all you're planning, and your father isn't involved. Why would someone who's lived in hiding want to marry someone in the spotlight?
Truthfully, asking you about marriage just slipped out. I was looking for someone to marry, but I never pictured someone as grand as you. I've considered 3 things. You're private, so I wouldn't need to mingle much. I can ward off people from coming around you, and you can control my family.
Alessandra explained. Edgar raised an eyebrow.
I like to keep to myself. But there are parties I must attend. Am I to show up without my wife? It would be boring if you hid all the time.
You misunderstand, Edgar. I never hid because I wanted to. I did what I was told. I'd love to go out, attend parties and dance. I might lack experience and confidence, but I don't wish to live in the shadows anymore,
Alessandra said earnestly. Edgar hummed thoughtfully.
A week ago, I wouldn't have entertained this conversation, but I'm in the mood to play games.
He placed a piece of paper on the desk.
What is this?
Alessandra asked, as she looked at the paper with fancy designs on the edges.
A contract marriage needs to have rules and conditions, right?
Edgar pushed the paper and ink toward her.
Alessandra's eyes widened. Isn't this a little too easy? I expected you to grill me more.
What are you waiting for?
Edgar asked when she hesitated.
Sorry. Alessandra reached for the paper, but Edgar grabbed her hand, noticing faint redness around her knuckles.
What happened to your hand?
It's nothing. Alessandra pulled her hand away.
It's something if you're to be my wife. Name the person and I'll have them punished,
Edgar said firmly.
It was an accident, Duke Edgar, Alessandra insisted.
Just Edgar is fine. See to it that you don't have any more accidents before we're married,
Edgar said,
deciding to drop the topic for now.
No love shall be the first condition. It won't be a problem on my end. Alessandra spoke first.
I hope you stay like this until the end,
Edgar replied.
You're not my type, Edgar, Alessandra said bluntly.
So there is a type,
Edgar mused.
I was hidden away, but I wasn't blind. What should the second condition be? Alessandra asked.
Speak of this to no one besides my butler, Alfred. He'll be a shield for you in dangerous times. Third, we need to communicate any issues we have. Don't let something small grow into something big,
Edgar stated.
I agree, Alessandra said. I must ask that I can keep my mask on until I feel comfortable without it.
That's your business. Do as you wish.
Edgar said, continuing with the next condition.
Fifth, we must sleep in the same room.
He paused and looked at Alessandra's face.
Why are you surprised? Did you think I wouldn't sleep with my wife?
He asked.
Alessandra flushed. I suppose that makes sense. It's something couples do.
Everyone does it, young or old,
Edgar said, picking up a smooth rock from his desk.
How young? Alessandra asked, misunderstanding.
Edgar smirked.
Sleeping, Alessandra. I was referring to just sleeping. But if you wish for something more...
No, sleeping is fine, Alessandra said quickly, embarrassed. Is there anything else?
No, we've covered the basics. Anything else can be handled with communication. Sign it,
Edgar said.
Don't you want to add a punishment for breaking the contract? We haven't set a timeline either, Alessandra pointed out.
The main thing is not to tell others about it. If it gets out, it'll hurt you more than me. Lastly, we'll be married forever. Add that to the contract,
Edgar said.
Forever? Alessandra muttered in disbelief.
Yes, forever. Do you plan to break your wedding vows? Till death do us part,
Edgar said with a grin.
At some point, you'll need an heir, Alessandra said.
Of course. My wife shall be the mother of my child. But I'm not in a rush to have one,
Edgar replied.
You wouldn't mind me having your child? Alessandra asked, confused.
Yes, I wouldn't mind. If I did, we wouldn't be discussing marriage. If this is too much, we can still ignore all of this,
Edgar said.
I'm worried about what a child of mine would go through. Others might attach the rumors about me to the child, Alessandra said.
Alessandra, you're not aware of the weight my last name carries. Once you're my wife, those rumors will fade. No one will dare talk about you or a child in the future.
Edgar assured her.
Alessandra nodded. We can carry on with the contract, Duke Edgar. She started to sign her name.
Edgar, he reminded her.
Sorry, Edgar.
Calmly. I'll visit your father tomorrow to ask for your hand. It's to make sure you don't have any more accidents.
Edgar said,
sliding the signed contract away. Would you like to live with me until the wedding? It's not uncommon, though some might think you're pregnant.
Absolutely not, Alessandra exclaimed, horrified at the thought of another rumor. I don't need to add pregnancy to the list of rumors about me.
Edgar scoffed.
Anyone who'd believe I got you pregnant before marriage would be an idiot. Then again, there are rumors that I sneak women into this house at night.
Do you? Alessandra asked, curious.
Edgar pretended to be offended, placing a hand on his chest.
I would never.
Alessandra felt bad for questioning him. I'm sorry.
But there's some truth to the rumor. I didn't sneak the women in. They jumped over the gates and my guards caught them. Rumors are messy when they're about me.
Edgar explained with a smirk. Alessandra nodded, understanding.
I'll hide the contract somewhere safe. And your father, stepmother, and sister won't gain entry to my home after we're married.
Edgar said bluntly. I look forward to being married to you, Alessandra replied. I must leave now. If I don't return soon, my father will be angry.
Come, I'll walk you out.
Edgar said, standing.
Alessandra mounted her carriage and looked outside at Edgar's house and his estate. She still couldn't believe she would be a duchess soon.
I'm going to marry Duke Collins, she whispered in disbelief.
But she still needed her father's permission to marry Edgar. No one from her family would be pleased when Edgar asks for her hand in marriage. Especially Kate, who had always dreamed of marrying someone powerful like the Duke. She had spent her whole life fantasizing about becoming his wife. And then there was the abominable William Lancaster.
He is probably already making plans to torment me, to chain me up and present me to his friends, she thought. They might retaliate once they learn about this new development with the Duke.
She could not help but feel anxious about the next day. Her life is in the hands of the powerful Duke, and she hopes he will free her from her home and help her get her revenge. The next morning, Alessandra was jolted awake from a deep sleep by the sound of violent banging on her door.
Open the door, you bitch! Vile creature! Shameless slut!
She froze, shocked by the words hurled from outside. It was Katerina and Kate, her stepmother and stepsister.
Why are they shouting at me?
Alessandra wondered in alarm.
Did they find out about the contract?
Before she could move, the door burst open, forced by a guard. Katrina and Kate stormed inside.
How dare you whore around in this mansion like your mother?
Mother, what are you talking about?
Katerina swung her arm. A loud slap cracked across Alessandra's left cheek, making her stumble back, light-headed.
Don't ever call me your mother.
Katerina yanked her by the hair and dragged her out of bed, still in her nightdress. At the same time, Duke Edgar stepped out of his mansion, with Alfred close behind. Dressed in his finest suit, the Duke climbed into his carriage.
Asking for a bride is still a formidable tradition. All the best, sir.
To Barrett's.
Alfred stood still, watching as the carriage rolled past the gates. In Alessandra's room, Katrina and Kate slapped and shouted at her as she stood there confused and trying to defend herself. Maids and guards gathered outside the door, drawn by the noise. Desmond arrived last.
What is going on here?
Your precious daughter is turning out just like her whore mother. I warned you to get rid of her before she drags this family through more shame.
How dare you speak of my mother like that? Stop spreading lies and rumors!
Rumors? Don't play innocent. The maid saw you sneaking into the butler's room at night.
That's not true! I would never!
Katrina motioned to the side and a nervous maid stepped forward.
Go on. Tell them what you saw.
I saw her going in and out of James's room. Several nights now.
Liar! She's lying, father!
Desmond turned toward the corner of the room. Alessandra and the others followed his gaze. There stood James, the Baron's butler.
Forgive me, Baron, but she forced me to be her sex slave. I had no choice but to submit to her demands.
Father, they're lying. This is all fabricated.
Katrina stepped forward and slapped Alessandra hard across the face, sending her crashing to the floor, numb with shock.
Enough!
Her father finally shouted.
You can't stay here anymore. You've proven to be just as betraying as your mother.
Father, please, don't.
Desmond's eyes were cold.
William Lancaster told me he doesn't care for a formal marriage. He's ready to take you as you are. I should have agreed sooner. He'll be here today to take you.
At Desmond's command, everyone retreated from the room. Katrina and Kate were the last to leave, their eyes cold as they stared at Alessandra, who was struggling to stay on her feet.
Don't send me to William.
Alessandra pleaded, her voice shaking.
Katrina smirked. You think William is the worst thing that could happen to you? Oh, darling, I have far worse planned.
With that, she turned and walked out with Kate. Alessandra sank to her knees.
I'd rather be dead than let him lay a finger on me,
she thought bitterly. Just then, a shadow appeared at the doorway.
Who's there?
She asked, alarmed. The figure stepped into view.
Mario.
Don't worry,
he said gently.
I know they're lying. You don't need to explain anything to me.
I thought no one would believe me.
I do, and I don't have much time. As soon as I heard what happened, I sent a message to Duke Edgar. He's on his way. He'll be waiting for you at the tavern by the woods.
Alessandra's eyes widened with hope.
Are you serious?
Yes, but there's no time to waste. William could arrive with his men any moment now. We need to go.
I knew I could count on you,
she whispered.
Thank you, Mario.
Without packing a thing, Alessandra wrapped her face in a scarf. Together, they slipped into the shadows.
How far is it?
She asked breathlessly.
Just a few yards more. He should already be waiting.
Alessandra followed Mario, clinging to blind faith and a desperate hope for freedom. But then, a sword shattered it all. The sword ended Mario's life.
Mario!
But the face beneath the hood shattered Alessandra's last hope for freedom.
Is the hooded assassin William Lancaster, or someone far more terrifying? Will the Duke find Alessandra before it's too late, or lose the only woman who ever mattered?
To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.